It is so brilliant,
Oh,
and it is
you,
such fun. And I mean, it's no surprise that you're on your 1000th case. What do you think it is about it that people just...
Well, there are a number of things, but you're very kind, Holly. Yeah, it's the 1000th case. I think it's because it's real. That really matters.
Yeah.
I know sometimes when we have lime green mankinis and, like my dog that came and sat on my lap and had an accident, it has an element of pantomime about it, but it's real. It affects all of us. At some point, you're going to end up likely in conflict with a family member or somebody or a company, and day to day we all face legal issues. And although I can understand why some people think that it's a little bit funny from time to time, when I shut the door behind me, I sit down and I only care about the law. The cases last for an hour sometimes more.
Well, you say that.
Yes.
I mean, some people do take it terribly seriously. Robert Marshall Andrews, QC, he said in the Daily Outrage...
He's a very good man.
I mean, well, look...
What does Rinder think he's doing? It denigrates the job. You should be above these things. I know times have changed, but even if I was a younger man, I wouldn't have done something
Poor
like
Bob Marshall Andrews. There you are. That's all I have to say about poor Bob Marshall Andrews.
But you do take it seriously, though, don't
I take it desperately serious. And actually, we've done cases almost together in the past. And I wish him very, very the best of luck with his book.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
OK, enough said. But the thing is, we're sort of saying we're talking about those light moments, and obviously there's the mankinis and all that sort of stuff. But it is sort of further reaching than that, and you have united families. I mean, there's some really poignant, beautiful moments.
Well, I really care about that. Look, I mean, most cases involve conflict, right? And the reason people end up in conflict is because it comes about one small thing, money usually in my court, but it's so often the white noise. There's so much going on.
Yeah.
So in the majority of cases, this is the first opportunities families have, people have that are in conflict to listen and, above all else, to hear each other. And the reason I'm strict is because this is a space where they get that chance, and I really care about that. So if we have a case where family have been in crisis for a long period of time and a dad hasn't, for example, in the case that I dealt with a while ago, hadn't had an opportunity to really express his case and to be heard, and he met his daughter for the first time, and moving forward, they really began to build a relationship.
And there it is, and that was that moment.
It really does matter to me.
Yeah.
And also what I think is great about it is that it's almost an accessible way through other people's situations of learning what your legal rights are. Like, it makes you understand the law.
It really does. I mean, you know, when you lend money to a friend or family member and then it goes horribly wrong and you haven't got it in writing, you don't have an intention to create legal relations, you don't have an enforceable contract. And the law is supposed to be for all of us. It's our law. It's not just for clever lawyers that charge a lot of money, perhaps too much money, when things go wrong. We should all be able to understand our rights. And so what this show does is unpack that and give everybody an opportunity to understand that when you have a difficult issue, take it to the small claims court. Have a go. Do it yourself. You'll come up with a fair, just and reasonable judge most of the time, just like me, you know?
Was this the show that you planned?
I didn't plan it, no.
Well, how did it happen?
Well, like a whole series of things, you know, a series of accidents. You know, I was interested in writing. I was doing a big international case, and it sounded like great fun at the time because it was a beach. And after about 3 weeks, I got a little bit bored, so I started writing, and with a production company, went to sell this idea, and the woman was looking at my idea, and she read it, and she gave it her absolutely undivided indifference. She was completely thrilled by it, so thrilled she slipped into a coma halfway through reading it. And then I wrote to her, and she said, well, what about this? And I met somebody, they put it on telly. That's, you know, an important thing.
So they had an idea, you'd approached. So if you hadn't had that meeting...
No, nothing would have happened.
And the actual idea for this came from another direction?
Absolutely so. And I always say that, you know, we talk about people being down and depressed and a bit troubled about work or wherever you are in your life, that life can turn on a dime. And that opportunities come out of nowhere. And this was the most brilliant opportunity because I completely and utterly love it. Who knew that you would end up on the West End stage? I came to see you all those years ago.
Did you?
From the broom cupboard. The next minute you were doing Joseph, and now look at you.
Yeah, that
and you haven't aged a day.
Sheer talent.
It's an amazing thing. I think, is it thanks to Cher's pioneering efforts?
You'd be amazed. Have you ever burst out laughing?
Yes.
And thought, oh, this is really inappropriate?
No, not inappropriate. But I mean, you can't, you know, I mean, despite, you know, popular belief, I am mildly human. And it is funny from time to time.
Yeah.
You know, we had a case which is yet to be broadcast, which is rather marvellous, about a petting zoo. And a goat that was brought in that had eaten the entire contents of somebody's rucksack. Well, I asked the woman, who was very serious about her goat, why this goat had done this thing. And she's a diva, apparently. And what's her name? Kim Kardashian. And the goat walked in and pouted at me and turned around and, well, left a mess.
They always
How
do
can you
that.
not laugh? You know, how can you not laugh at that sort of thing?
No, that's fine.
Or a case, you know, about a woman that's brought a dentist to court. Where did you have your teeth done, madam? Answer, in my mouth.
Oh.
What's not funny about that?
No, exactly.
Just
But I don't approve of people that come in and don't take the court seriously.
Yeah.
And when you come and watch it live, you realise the cases very often go on for an hour, sometimes an hour and a half. What you see is a cut-down version.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And if anybody dares to come in and really think that this is a bit of pantomime or a joke, they soon learn.
I bet they do.
It's important.
Well,
I agree.
Congratulations on
Thank
your
you very much.
1000th case.
Looking forward to the next 1,000.
Lovely,
Exactly.
so are we.